Alright guys, obviously this here is going to be the first ever members only live stream. I said I would do the members only live stream yesterday, but plans ended up changing, so I'm going to be doing that today. Alright guys, obviously sound check. Alright, we're good. So obviously, as you can see here, I caught some pre-market scalps here. I'm going to give you the rundown on everything for that trade there. I am going to take a look at ES real quick though. Okay, nice. Alright, so before I go off of ES here, so right at 6:45, these London highs were taken out. You see that? And then on NASDAQ, failed to do that. Instead, retraced into this imbalance. So that would be the SMT divergence there. Right there, up into a optimal trade entry. 62% retracement level. But anyways, we created this Wednesday long-term high here. This swing high here. Swing high here. Swing high here. On a higher time frame Peter Ray there. And then overnight we displaced lower. Retraced back into that range, gravitating towards new day opening gap. We didn't get to it here, but we got to it on ES, so that's enough for me for looking at lower prices. Ah, damn it. Sorry guys. That's embarrassing. I didn't have my screen up. Hold on, I got y'all. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Wasn't looking at the chat. Alright, anyways, guys. Sorry about that. So, just to recap, these London highs were taken out on ES. Failed to do that here. We had the SMT divergence, and then it retraced into this imbalance. Optimal trade entry, 62% retracement level. This long-term high was created on this higher time frame Peter Ray here, which is from the weekly time frame. You get this swing high here, and then you get this swing high here as well. So that's that long-term high formed on the weekly mitigation block, I believe it was. But anyways, after that, overnight, aggressively displaced lower, leaving this new day opening gap here. We did retrace into it on ES, but we just simply gravitated towards it on NASDAQ, which that's enough for me to anticipate lower prices. And then this here simply is it's kind of hard to see, but this small little volume imbalance here that we traded into right there. And then before I leave the daily time frame, I'm going to measure out this wick here, and I'm going to monitor to see if we want to retrace into that wick, the consequent encroachment obviously. But anyways, back to the charts. So we created that London intermittent term high after a long-term high, right? And then this is where I executed right here. I went short within this 5-minute fair value gap. And then this right here. Oops. Have this breaker here. Intermittent term high formed pre-market. Optimal trade entry. Buy side cleared. Nice displacement lower. Retrace into the breaker. Go short. And then I was aiming for these lows here. And another thing I should probably point out. I'll change the color on that. So this balanced price range here, trade up, offered sell side, or yeah, offered sell side, which is what it's lacking, obviously. And then trade below it, completely close it in, trade back into it. You want to see it act as a balanced price range. So I was just eyeing that up with my trade as well. See how we bumped into that and traded off towards the sell side. And you see these premium arrays just kind of overlapping here. Trade into the balanced price range, the breaker. And then obviously you see the business there on the shorts. So we have 6 minutes to that 9:30 opening there. Now, alright, so obviously, oh, hold on, don't let me make the same mistake twice. Here we go. Put the screen back up for you guys. Obviously, a reasonable retracement back up into the range because, I'll take this off, because we cleared sell side here. Dipping into this imbalance. Now, I'm a little frustrated with YouTube here because I wanted this to be a stream only for members to see, but clearly that is not how it's going right now. I most definitely switched it to only members are able to view, but it's weird. Should I restart the stream? Don't really want to because I started it off good here, but alright, hold on, let me go back and make sure the screen is up. Alright, we're good. Yes, sir. Alright. Discord group. I'm glad you reminded me because I'm actually just going to do that right now because I keep forgetting. See if I remember my login here. I haven't used this in a while. I used it before because prior to doing free YouTube live streams, I was running the Signal service on there on Discord, giving out signals to those who were on there. We caught some very nice trades. Good times. Alright, Discord for the members only was just created. And now I just need to send out the invite link. Let's wait and only focus on A setups, man. No need to feel like we have to take trades to entertain because we're live. It's a good thing for you to say. I'm glad you're being considerate, but I already took a trade here. Little pre-market scalp there, so I already did that. But yeah, definitely let the 9:30 opening range get set in place. And yeah, if you guys know me, we do not rush within the first 30 minutes. We wait. I'm gonna take those executions off. And alright, obviously you guys can see that's a breaker. I don't need to have the words on there. Dipping up into this imbalance here. 15 minute, okay. Is that 9:30 opening? So at the very end of the stream, I'm gonna set everything up for members only. For the Discord chat, I'll set everything up for that at the very end of the stream. We're now getting up into a premium market here, right up to that 62% retracement level. And that 15-minute imbalance. Let's go see what's going on in ES land. But yeah, by the way, for my members, I don't know what went wrong, but I did schedule this stream and type in the settings for only members to be allowed to see this stream, but clearly that's not the case here. So tomorrow I'm going to see what I did wrong and fix that. And yeah, tomorrow's stream obviously will be only for members, but I guess for now we'll just have to keep it public here. So sell side cleared here, traded into this hourly imbalance, and we dipped just right into the high of this daily fair value gap here. Let me zoom in, make sure I got that perfect. Yeah, almost. There we go. Alright, boom. So you see how we dipped into that. Let's see how we act off of that. Nope, not the 30-minute. So boom, we had this imbalance here. That was broken. Now if we break these up close candles in this imbalance, my intention may be shifting higher towards new day opening gap and maybe even higher targets. Boom, so we just broke that. That's 3 PD arrays. South side cleared. Discount. Beautiful opening there. So that 8 o'clock high was just taken out. That previous hour's high. Beautiful. Notice how we got above the volume imbalance. See how we respected that? Wicked off, wicked off, wicked off. Beautiful. Very deep discount we're in NASDAQ here. Almost to the 79% retracement level there. So this should act as a balanced price range now that we're above it. Right here. You wouldn't want to see it break through this. There's no reason for it to come back down here now. Down in this area. So boom, keying off of this imbalance here, we worked into this wick as well. This wick right here. That tiny little volume imbalance in there. It's hard to see for you guys, but and then obviously we're traded into this 4-hour order block as well. You see that? Extend that out. But yeah, I'm definitely glad to see that we just poked above this high because I didn't really like the trend, quote unquote trend following here. Lower high, lower low. That's always a good chance to get disrupted there. So I'm most likely gonna wait until around 8:50 to consider any executions here. Take this off. And also I want to denote this. So we opened, this is where we closed yesterday. And then this is where we opened, true day opening. Okay, I just messed that line up, so I gotta redo that. Alright, so now that we got everyone, all my members in here, once again, I apologize. I said that this was going to be a members only viewing live stream. I did put it in the settings for it to be that way, but obviously that's not the case here. Tomorrow I'm going to see what I did wrong, or after the stream I'm going to see what I did wrong, and tomorrow we'll have the members only live stream up and running. So we're tracing into this imbalance here right to the low of this 15-minute SIBI. Obviously I could have bought this, but I don't want to. I don't want to buy until around 9:50. don't know why. I've really been liking NASDAQ lately over ES. Whoops. There we go. Once again, for everyone else that missed the original analysis here, I did catch pre-market post 8:30 shorts right here on this breaker. Sell short, aim for the lows and into the SIBI. So nice little scalp there, pre-market, to get us going. So ideally I want to see some type of 5-minute setup perform. So anyone that's buying here, they're like on a emotional roller coaster right now. You see all these wicks here. That's why I always wait for the excitement to wear off, because someone will come into the charts here. They'll see right at the 9:30 opening how strong it surged up, and then they'll get all excited, and as soon as they get the slightest retracement, they'll just buy right in this fair value gap and then get chopped up. And if you guys were here yesterday, you saw what that was like, going through all this here. Crazy day. If you guys check out my newest video, you saw how I took 3 losses on the live stream, and then of course it wasn't until after the live stream I caught my high probability lunch macro setup, and that ended up recouping all my losses and some. So that was a crazy day yesterday, of course. I wish I could have caught that on stream though, that last trade. So I want to see if we can come up and take out this Asia and London high here eventually. And then I'm going to go back to ES1 because I want to show something. So we do, obviously we dipped into that fair value gap there, but we do have a higher time frame draw on liquidity here. Maybe it won't even be tapped till next week. We don't know. We have to wait for narrative to set in play and time of day, but for now this is the weekly objective I have up here, longer term. And then for NASDAQ, I have consequent encroachment of this weekly imbalance. So there you go. So right now I'm favoring the upside, higher targets and premium. So just look at all that back and forth there. By the way, guys, for my members, I do have that Discord up and running. I'm gonna get everything settled at the end of the stream here. In my community tab, for my members, you guys will see it. The invite. Alright, so we're going to new highs here. So hey, maybe someone bought here and they're in profit right now, which, I mean, that's great, but doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you'll get chopped up, stopped out down here. But I do like how he came down and respected this old fair value gap here. Beautiful. We also do have a large regular trading hour gap here. We're dipping into that right now. Dipped into that 5-minute SIBI on the ES. So right at 9:30, we left that open. This would act as our breakaway gap here. This candle's low, or this candle's high, sorry, and this candle's low. That would be the breakaway gap. So this 6:30 high, 6:45 high will eventually be taken out here. Once again, for our dealing range, I'm using this New York low here, which started the up move basically, right here. Boom. Discount. I have a hard time. Alright, Duke says, I have a hard time with trending being days like Tuesday where we get no retracement. Well, Tuesday we did get a retracement. It traded below these lows here. We retraced right just below equilibrium there. But yeah, I know what you mean otherwise. But yeah. So Nasdaq's the leader here, not by much, but it's the leader. Let's go check out, see what's going on in Dow land. Pretty much the same, except we already took out Wednesday's high here, so Dow is the clear leader. Failed to take out any of these lows here, so that would be SMT divergence with the rest of the averages, of course. So yeah, I may just be trading Dow today just because we have more room for upside. Or not Dow, Nasdaq. You guys know me, I prefer trading the ES, but lately I've just been liking Nasdaq more, that's all. So now I want to see how we treat this imbalance now that we're up to it, this premium imbalance. Boom. I don't like that color. There we go. That's better. It looks like it may just want to keep continuing higher here, but it would be nice to see these cleaned out, but I don't know if that'll happen or not, so. So far we're finding resistance at this 15-minute SIBI here. But yeah, I'll prefer to get let me see. I would prefer to get some type of optimal trade entry here. But it doesn't matter what I prefer. It matters what the market prefers. The market, whatever it says, goes. Back to ES. Pretty much the same thing here. That 930 candle. So yeah, not chasing price, not worrying if I'm gonna miss the run higher, which I mean that's possible, but it's better than losing money for no reason. So just letting that opening range get set in place. And the opening range is from 930 to 10, so almost there. William, I've had strats which have looked good when tested on around 6 months of data. When tested on years of data, the results became completely different though. Have you had similar experiences? No, I can't say I've had similar experiences with that. Obviously, you're not always going to get the same price action, but the same signatures will repeat for sure, even going years back. But personally, my personal model, my trading model has not changed for 3.5 years now, so yeah, once again, I really already caught my pre-market scalps there. So This will be about 12 handles for the if we're referring to ES. So I'm not in a rush to get in any type of trade here, but if my model does present, I most definitely will be pushing the button here. By the way, run that like button up here if you guys appreciate what I'm doing here. Would be very much appreciated by my end. So gravitating towards these lows now, which is what I wanted to see, preferably. Just now entering that first AM macro here, so this initial low here that everyone was excited to buy on, I want to see that taken out, preferably. Something to do with seasonal tendencies. Could be. So with seasonal tendencies this year, we did not get that June low that we normally anticipate every year. That did not happen. But yeah, it's just a tendency. It's not always. It's not like a always type of thing. Like sometimes it just won't happen. That's how it is. So ES already traded up to New Day opening gap and above that 6 o'clock high. So ES just not looking as good as NASDAQ. Normally it does, honestly, but so as long as you guys are in my live streams, we're not going to be little kids in candy stores. Can't wait to get that next little sugar high. We're waiting for our high probability and the right time of day setup. So I'm going to erase this imbalance now because the low is pretty much matched with that daily fair value gap low. So if we get back above that, I just want to see that low respected. But yeah, we got 54 people in here, only 28 likes. Run up that like button. Let's see, on my last stream, I got about 18 likes. How about we double that? Get up in the 30s. Would be very much appreciated. Also, did I already say this? No, I didn't. Okay, so I do have a very nice 15-minute video I just produced last night that will be going up after today's live stream. Very insightful. And basically it just goes over everything that I've struggled with coming up as a trader and things I still struggle with. So really happy with this video. I think it's a good one, can help anyone who trades. So gravitating towards these lows like I wanted to see. And then there's no reason for it to come down, like let's say like down to the lower end of this imbalance here, like, and then hang around, you know. If it wants to continue higher, it's going to come down, dip right into that upper portion of it, and then go higher. And then I'm also going to mark this out, because this should act as a balanced price range, of course. So I'm going to have that marked out. So in a perfect world, we would dip down into this 5-minute imbalance and respect this as a balanced price range. You are short into the lows. Hey, wouldn't be mad at that. You can short that, aim for these lows. I wouldn't be mad at that. But on ES, I would be mad at that, because that's not a good short for ES. I mean, just look at this sloppy consolidation here. So ES simply just not looking as good as NASDAQ, that's all. So for ES, I would just want to see it come down into this 15-minute imbalance here. See if those lows were taken on up. There we are, getting to that balanced price range there. Beautiful. So there's those lows taken out, as I said. Yes sir, Boris, you're welcome. Don't thank me too much, though, because you're the one who pressed the button, not me. So, like I said, I didn't want to see it come the whole way down to the low of the SIBI. Doesn't kill my interest completely for shorts, but it needs to show some willingness to want to find support. So, the only good thing I could say about this is we would be returning below this 930 opening here. So now that we just got below that, I want to see how we act here. So anyone that was chasing price in this first move here, they were taken out very swiftly, as we anticipated. And not to mention, we actually just came the whole way down to this 15-minute order block here. Not ideal, of course, but doesn't kill the trade idea completely. But yeah, we do have SMT. We've already swept sell side 3 times, so I don't really see a reason to want to expect lower prices, but it's definitely possible. So these 3 consecutive down close candles, that would just be the order block there. And then let me see here. Yeah, right in that, we're basically right in that sweet spot here for optimal trade entry. So if we don't find support here, basically, then kills my interest. ES is looking a little better because going to that 15-minute imbalance here. So Nasdaq does not want to find any type of support at the order block here. Digging back into that daily volume imbalance, kind of hard to see because it's overlapped, but this little teal color here, see that? So ES not pushing lower as much as Nasdaq here. So this right here could be a decent buy if Nasdaq wasn't aggressively trading so much lower. Let's go take a look at Dow. Dow, not even the slightest retracement here. And that Wednesday high was taken out. Dow is clearly the leader once again. And we had the SMT on the lows here. So we've reached discount on ES. And it looks like ES is going to want that previous hour's low here, right at 914. We are back below the 930 opening as well. Keep in mind. Dug up into this regular trading hour gap. So boom, there's that 913 low being taken out. So the narrative was I wanted to see these lows being taken out, get an optimal trade entry in the imbalances, and see if we find support there. And obviously that didn't happen, so we're not losing any money. It's just it didn't play out how we wanted it to, so we have to keep searching here for more information. But yeah, this is just like a nice little roller coaster ride. 930 opening, surges higher, opens on this candle here, takes out the highs, and then just plummets. Back at the low of this imbalance here on the 15-minute time frame. Let me go back. Right here. And then ES just finding a little bit of support here. So gravitating towards that 930 opening. And let's see if we get some type of SMT divergence here eventually. But that doesn't mean anything to me. It's just another tool to use. Completely closed in this BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. DXY has been pushing higher. Well, I'd assume so because we've been pushing lower on ES, so yeah. Let's take a look at DXY on my other monitor here. My DXY just cleared buy side. There we go. And DXY also just It's tapped into that volume imbalance. So I do see more upside potential for DXY here. ES just repriced to this order block that I mentioned on NASDAQ. So yeah, basically the theme of today is just watching for higher time frame discount arrays to be traded into, such as here, and then this 15-minute order block, and then going down to the lower time frames to wait for some type of confirmation off of that higher time frame level. But past this low here, unless we hold at the low of this, what was this, the 15-minute SIBI. So I want to see us hold there. If not, then my attention may be elsewhere and I might lose interest. So yeah, obviously we had the low of this 1 hour inefficiency getting traded into, but past that there would be really no reason for it to trade lower. So it looks like ES wants to catch up in NASDAQ here. I'm going to take out this level here. Notice how we were priced to that new day opening gap right up here. Beautiful respect to that, and then we traded lower. So that would just be this right here, and the little volume imbalance in there. So this would be one of the scenarios where we're kind of consolidating here. Opening, trades lower. So it initially trades lower here to invite people to continue shorting. And then it slams up to take out the buy side. And that now invites buyers. And then it just slams down. So any uninformed traders here they're not making any money, so let's see. I appreciate the likes, guys. We got 39 likes. Let's just get one more like there to get to 40, just to get to that even number, that whole number. So yeah, I'm actually glad I traded pre-market today. So I caught, doesn't look like much because of this large movement here after the 9:30 opening, but this is essentially 11-12 handles if we're looking at ES. So I'm glad I caught this pre-market. And now we're looking at SMT divergence on the highs here. So this 950 high and that London high. Go back to ES and you see that high was taken out. So yeah, not the easiest morning to navigate through, that's for sure, because if you look here, you see 3 drives higher, these highs are taken out, and then this low is taken out, and then this high is taken out, and then these lows are taken out, and then it comes back up, takes out all the highs. So yeah, it's not the easiest morning to navigate, but we'll see what we can do here. And we are back below this 9:30 opening. I'm just waiting to see though. So if we break mean threshold of this order block here, then I think I may be looking at lower targets here. So whoops, I did not mean to do that. Gotta delete that now. See if I got that right. Almost. Always zoom in when you're putting levels on the daily time frame, because it's easy to have it inaccurate. So we may want to come down to consequent encroachment here. Let me measure this out for you. I don't know why it always does that. Goddamn funded accounts. Alright, so boom, that's set in place. That would be the next lower target. Let me reset. There we go. So yeah, we now be looking at this as a breaker now that we broke it, obviously. So this down close candle right here, you want to see that respected. And you can see how we did respect that just now. But yeah, guys, in my opinion, there's nothing really high probability to enter in right now. But I believe we may be going lower into lower targets. So let me get that lower target set in place on NASDAQ. So that would be this rejection block here. These clean bodies here. And then I don't think we're going to get that animated, but get this daily gap here. Nice respect to the beautiful respect to this breaker here. Now that we've offered buy side higher and sell side low, there's no reason for it to come back up into this area if it really wants to get to those lower targets. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get an entry on ES, but preferably I'd be wanting to short ES just because we haven't got to this low yet. But yeah, beautiful retracement into this breaker here on the 15-minute time frame. Gravitating towards this rejection block here. We'll go ahead and take this off. Whoops, I tried to get a volume imbalance in there. So there's that low being taken out. Didn't offer us a short. If it went to that volume imbalance right there, that's where I was going to go short. So yeah, hope is not lost. We can still find ourselves a nice little entry here. Let me take this off. We do still have this breaker here as well. So notice how originally I was looking to use it as an order block. This candle here. And now that we got below it, I'm using it inversely as a breaker. So these three down close candles make that up on the 15-minute time frame. I'm gonna take this off though, just because I don't like having too much on my charts. So this would be the target for ES here. Come on, there you go. NQ continuing lower. I did not see this real time, but this looks like a pretty decent entry to me. Dip up into this 5-minute inefficiency and within the breaker. Go short. Aim for this rejection block that was just traded into now. Obviously I had that there ahead of time. So this right here. So then the next target here would be Tuesday's low. And I'll just, do that. Notice the SMT on the highs as well, as I mentioned. Keep that in mind. Beautiful, beautiful. So unless ES yields me a retracement, no entries are going to be taken here. and I'll just take my pre-market profits. But this is what I'm looking at here. So yeah, beautiful to see that target being traded to on NASDAQ. I did miss the entry here, which is, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And then, yeah, the next target I want to see get down here to this Tuesday low. Love how we dipped into that regular trading hour gap there and filled that in before going lower. Just a beautiful entry on the NASDAQ. I wish I could have caught that. Hindsight's amazing though, isn't it? Even though we did have lower targets set ahead of time, but it's what it is, you know? There's that sell side getting gravitated towards. Almost there. So NASDAQ is the clear leader here. And we're almost at the consequent encroachment here, which is my lower target for ES. So now it just comes down to, does the market want to be nice to me and yield me an entry, or does it just want to continue lower towards my targets? And I think it's just going to take the grinding lower towards my targets route. Which is fine. We did get our profits pre-market. I can't be greedy. I got to be grateful that I was able to even profit at all. So but yeah, I must have been looking at ES while this happened, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, how the hell did I not see this? And I had the breaker marked out when we were trading at this candle right here. Okay, and also I do want to mark this out, and below this would be an even lower target. In a discount, of course. Oops. So yeah, I can't execute on this right here. That's just that would just be goofy. I mean, come on now. I can't sell that deep in a discount on a 1 minute. But yeah, definitely a way cleaner and better signatures today than yesterday, that's for sure. If you guys were in my live stream yesterday, you saw I took 3 losses live. And then I posted a YouTube video afterwards because I finally caught my high probability trade afterwards and recouped those losses. So we didn't quite hit our daily target there. Trading this volume imbalance right here. I like how it laid a body over that volume imbalance though. Now it's like getting very close to that discount sell side here. So obviously it only offered 1 entry, but until you get down to these discount arrays, you're able to get short on retracements. But other than that, once we already hit these, then yeah, you're done. Like, you don't want to keep trying to chase it. Beautiful. Nasdaq just hit our lower time frame targets here. Love to see it. No execution though, so that Tuesday low cleared. and into this hourly imbalance. So yeah, we saw all the signatures play out here. We had SMT, we had buy side cleared, premium imbalance traded to. Dipped up into this daily fair value gap here. We had the AM session macro play out, you see that? And then our lower targets traded into. And the narrative was, unless we find some type of support down here at the discounted raise, I'm going to be thinking lower. And obviously we broke all those, so my attention shifted down here to this rejection block, to sell side, and this imbalance. So it's just all about narrative and waiting for that opening range. So see that volume imbalance there traded to, body laid over it, and then we just traded into my daily target there. But yeah, now that all of our targets were hit, run up that like button. We have 62 people watching, 50 likes. Please, please. But yeah, it's always nice to see all your targets get hit. But it's obviously not ideal to see all your targets get hit without getting a trade on. But I'm content with what I've seen unfold this morning. We're not done yet though. I'm going to keep monitoring and see if we get anything to execute on. If not, it's not the end of the world. We'll come back tomorrow and maybe find another entry like this that we missed here. Down to the low of that discount imbalance. See that there? If you take the entire daily range, high to low, you can see the real discount is about consequent encroachment of this daily imbalance down here. So maybe in the PM session we can get down to here and maybe clear out these lows. Down here. There we go. So I'm going to take out this rejection block here just for the sake of not having a bunch of lines on my chart. So this is where I was looking to enter here on NASDAQ. That's why I had this little trigger thing here, but obviously it didn't give us that. But just look at that manipulation. Look at that Judah swing there. So 9:30 opening, trades down a little bit, slams higher, takes out the highs, and that trips everyone in going long, and then boom, they're all devastated. You see stuff like this and you're trying to tell me the markets aren't manipulated? Come on now. So yeah, about the midpoint of this daily fair value gap here. And then NASDAQ, I think we're gonna, well, I'm anticipating that we're gonna be going below this Friday and Monday low here and down into here. So yeah, all we're doing now, basically, and this may not happen to the PM session, but we just have to get a retracement. If not, we just have to let her go. But if you look at the overall daily range here, you can see looks like Wednesday is going to cap off this run higher and create this, keep this intact as the Wednesday high of the week, and then eventually gravitate towards down here, and then into Friday we may be looking at continuation lower as well, and tomorrow will be members only, of course. Only members can see that live stream. So, and then this weekend I will be posting my schedule for the upcoming week, of course. I know it probably gets annoying me sifting through NASDAQ and ES a lot, but I just like to have one screen. I don't like having, you know, those fancy trading setups that you see. They have like 20 monitors. But just to look at dollar DXY, I look over at my phone here to see that. But other than that, just one screen. So as you can see, whenever you're live streaming, it gets rather boring because you have to do a lot of waiting. It's not like all those sped up clips you see on YouTube and Twitter, right? So a little bit of support found at those discount arrays. And if we take this price lag here, I don't think we're going to retrace that deep, but it's possible. But ideally, I'm going to be favoring ES, so I'm just going to flip over here and stay here for a little bit. Just because we have more downside potential for ES. So reaction relatively at consequent encroachment here of this daily level, daily imbalance. And I can take this volume imbalance off because we laid a body over it, right? So I want to see it get up into this imbalance here. And obviously the 15-minute as well. Dip it up into that. I need a stronger retracement though, personally. Preferably dip it into this breaker here. So take this high to low. And I'll be wanting to get into that premium area there. I know I have a lot of stuff in my chart right here, bear with me. I'm actually going to take this off. And yeah, I don't really need this either, so. So yeah, unless we get into a premium here, I simply just am not going to go short. Which would be right up here. As well as the breaker. So let's see if we can key off of this volume imbalance here and continue the retracement here. NASDAQ showing initial resistance at this 1 minute imbalance here. and into this 5-minute SIBI. That's a large range. What is the MT? So just this swing high here to the low, that would be premium there. Short-term premium. But yeah, I don't know what MT is. And then also we'd be in a premium in the overall daily range here. Or the weekly range, sorry. Mean threshold. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Mean threshold, okay. But no, I'm looking for the most recent price leg here, which completed the down move to consequent encroachment here. I'm looking for a premium within this range here. And also to dip into this breaker, and hopefully it gives me that. I don't like how low down we are in the NASDAQ, but I do like what I'm seeing in ES, so I'm going to go ahead and short this. I got slipped a little bit there, but buy stop going above this candle's closure right here. $15-minute imbalance within this breaker here. That's what I'm shorting. Obviously, I didn't get a great entry there. I got slipped down there, but it's okay. And my buy stop is also above this daily fair value gap high as well. So there's that. Didn't get into a premium of your highlighted range there. Yeah, it did. It's clearly in a premium there. I just didn't get the entry in there. I got slipped down there lower. Which is fine by me. NASDAQ very weak. And yeah, I am going to flip over to Dow quick actually. Man, Dow is just doing the complete opposite. I never liked Dow anyway, but So yeah, I'm not going to be looking at Dow today because it's literally doing the very complete opposite of today's entire range. So I'm not going to be worried about that. And then my take profit's going to be at the low here of this SIBI with that imbalance below it. I really wish I could have got that entry up there. But you have to allow your stop to, you have to allow for it to trade up into the higher SIBI. But yeah, we got our intermittent term high, new day opening gap, buy side cleared, SMT. We got right about 62% retracement level. And then imbalance coupled with the breaker here. So, and then if we measure this original price swing here, you can see -1 ends up right around where my buy limit is, my take profit. So that'd be another confluence there. But yeah, I don't want to see it find support here. If we're really going to be trending through the rest of the day, it's not going to return back up even higher. And then we'd just be looking at consolidation for the rest of the day into the PM session as well. But yeah, I swear on the live streams I never get the ideal entries. The ideal, like, I just want to move this little guy right up here. It's alright though, you don't need perfect entries to get good profits. So I like how we just rushed through this imbalance here, the small little imbalance here. And I want to see it do the same with this one here. And just get through these down close candles as well. To know that I'm on side. Because if we're in bearish order flow, it will just break through the down close candles and support up close candles. And then also my take profit is also below this previous New York low here. So these two lows right here. There'd be sell side below those. So I don't like how we're holding at these imbalances here. I just really want to see us get below that. Go back to NASDAQ. Not really doing much, just consolidating within, oh, wrong time frame, within this imbalance here. I'm going to move that right to that wick there. Just because it should find support at the daily fair value gap high here, as well as this 5-minute imbalance. And if not, I wouldn't be interested in the trade anyway, so. What is a overhead void? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Overhead void? And I probably should mark out the macro within. Macros don't always perform, but it's always good to note the time of day you're in. So ideally if this macro is going to kick in, not all macros kick in, then the first macro did. But if this one were to kick in, it would want to come for this 1039 low here. So this would just be buyers coming in thinking, okay, this is the end of the down move. I'm going to buy here. And then there'd be sell stops below that. And the macro would want to come towards that. Not macro, my bad. And then just a 4-handle stop loss as well. See if NASDAQ's doing anything. Not really. NASDAQ may want to come up into this imbalance here on the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, we're respecting imbalances here. We just shifted into a new high. Let me move this up. Maybe I should have let my stop loss breathe a little bit more, but I'm happy to be out because I don't like how NASDAQ didn't really retrace like ES. We're right about in that sweet spot there. So that'll put us at about, so we lost 4 handles there. That would put us at about $100 profit for today. It's really nothing, but happy to not be losing money, that's for sure. For those who missed it, I'll just go back quick. It looks like nothing now. It looked like a lot more pre-market because of all this move here, but I did catch a little scalp towards the sell side here. Anyway. Ideally, you want to see this SIBI getting filled in, though, on NASDAQ, now that we've cleared Tuesday's sell side. Digging up into the upper quadrant of that breaker there. If it wants to continue lower, it really has no reason to come up into this area here because it's a balanced price range now that we moved away from it. Yeah, we are in the premium of the overall range now, but for lower prices, I didn't want to see that, as I said, because we have this breaker here. But at the same time, it could just wick off here and respect the high of this SIBI here. So maybe in hindsight, I could have let my stop loss breathe a little bit more, but just because of how animated we got with NASDAQ, and I want to see a deeper retracement on NASDAQ as well, I just wanted to be out of the trade for now. So yeah, we lost only about $200 on that trade there. What do I think about the highs as drawing liquidity? I wouldn't say that's a draw on liquidity because we've already taken the buy stops up here multiple times, not just once. See, we poked above it there and swept that level once more. So unless we just get some crazy elephant in the water displacement higher and we just disrespect all these premium rays here, then yeah, maybe my attention would shift there, but no, it's not what I'm looking for. Not to mention, we're not in the optimal time of day right now. It's 11, that 11 o'clock hour. Probably my least favorite hour to trade. But yeah, as for today, unless something unbelievably high probability shows up within these next like 15 minutes, I'll end the stream. And unlike yesterday, if I catch a PM session setup, I'm just gonna go live again for my members only and just show you guys the trade real time rather than just recording it and then posting it to YouTube. But yeah, the only singular high probability trade for today would be this entry here on the NASDAQ. So nothing else to me jumped out as high probability. Right about to equilibrium there. So in hindsight, I should have waited. In hindsight, I should have waited for that retracement on the NASDAQ because it was lagging. So I'm not surprised we continued a little higher here. So for now, I just need to see displacement, and then I can get a re-entry. Now that we reached equilibrium on NASDAQ. What time do you usually look for setups in the PM session? Yeah, 2 to 3 p.m. Sometimes 1:30. But yeah, mainly 2 to 3. But yeah, it's alright that it traded over these inefficiencies here because... Oh, hold on, let me plug my Mac. But it can wick off, and then on the 15-minute time frame, it would be respecting it with the bodies. So like right here, you see that? So that would be okay for me. So for that $200 loss there, I would say my issue is I entered way too early and I should have waited, but you know, hindsight is 2020. Okay, repricing in that volume imbalance there. Not quite in a premium yet. See how we're respecting it with the bodies, like I said. I want to see NASDAQ poke above there one more time. So yeah, now that we're respecting the imbalance with the wicks here, I could probably short once more within this breaker here. This down close candle. High, low, higher, high. Boom. So this would be like a 15-minute execution, technically. Let me check the 1 minute once more. I can use this as an inversion. We'll see it get into that volume imbalance a little bit more, maybe. You use this as inversion. Do you see that? So I'm going to go ahead and short that imbalance there, that 1 minute imbalance. Right there. Buy stop, going above the breaker. So only a 3-handle stop loss. Only risking 1 contract, nothing crazy. And you see how we're respecting the premium arrays here on the 15-minute time frame with the wick, or with the body, sorry. So boom. Just because I have to get on with my day here and have other stuff to do here, I'm just gonna put my buy limit down there rather than my higher time frame target. So we're in that 11 o'clock hour. This will be the previous hour's low. That would be the draw on liquidity. Digging deeper into the daily fair value gap here, which once more, oh, you can barely see it, but would be here. So I want to see it dig through these down close candles. Same thing with NASDAQ. This would be the previous hour's low. So if you come to, so go to the hourly time frame. Look at the hourly candle. This hourly candle opens, trades up to this up close candle. Where's it likely to go? It's likely to trade lower, work into this wick here and the previous hour's low. So like kind of using the 1 hour's like the daily time frame basically. But yeah, other than this execution here, absolutely done for the day. And I will come back and peek at the PM session. And if nothing high probability sets up there, then yeah, it's what it is. We'll come back tomorrow. So the entry here was using this imbalance as inversion, this 1 minute imbalance. See how it opens, wicks up there, hits that. Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here, guys? I guess 4 people didn't like this execution here. Got 4 people just unliked. Come on, man. So we're also post macro. So I'm seeing the market spool towards the previous hour's low. So I guess this is what the guys on Twitter call the unicorn setup, a breaker within a fair value gap. Whatever. Next draw on liquidity for NASDAQ. I'm not saying it's going there within this session, but would be Sunday and Monday's lows. And then the daily fair value gap below it. So ES is slowly grinding lower. So boom, just tapped up into this 15-minute wick a little bit. And then I'm going to move my buy stop to the body here. Now that we've traded up into this consequent encroachment of this wick. So yeah, it's very tight stop loss here. It's about 2 handles. Because I'm confident in my trade, that's why. That's what they would call the sniper entry. What made you so confident on the direction for the session? Well, we had all the signatures play out here. Whoa, what the fuck? Sorry YouTube for the profanity, but long-term high created here on Wednesday after we hit a weekly time frame objective. Take the opening price midnight, extend that out, trade above that into new day opening gap / the volume imbalance, cleared buy side in a premium, and then we have a daily fair value gap as the draw, the consequent encroachment. So that's the business there. And then 9:30 opening, opens on this candle, trades a little lower, due to swing higher, clears that buy side, and then elephant in the water type displacement, very aggressive displacement lower, and then we get this premium retracement into the breaker and SIBI. So that's the rundown on that. NASDAQ actually looks cleaner in my opinion. So take the opening price here, extend that out, see how we returned above that, went into this imbalance, premium imbalance. SMT divergence, failed to take out the high, took out the internal sell side or buy side liquidity here, sorry. And then once again 9:30 Judah swing, elephant in the water type displacement, and we have lower targets we can target. And then let me get back to my execution here. I'm gonna see how that's looking. All right, not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop even closer now. So yeah, technically break even trade here. So we shifted below the slow, so I was able to move my buy stop down. But anyways, back to what I was saying. We were in a consolidation. What does it do? Pre-market trades lower. This induces people to go short and go lower. So it's kind of trapping them. Bear trap, as I like to say. I don't like to use that term, but. And then, now that they got everyone wanting to go short, right at the 9:30 opening, boom, clear the buy stops, get willing buyers at a higher price, so people are going to be buying up here. And then elephant in the water type displacement, you see that there. And now we're finally getting execution on this breaker and SIBI. So I hope that answered your question there. Damn, guys. I guess whenever I lose trades, I get more likes, but whenever I'm in profit, I lose likes, so that's a little weird. I just lost 8 likes in like the past 10 minutes. Obviously, I don't give a shit about likes, but I'm just like wondering, like, I guess they don't like profits, or is that what it is? I like how we dipped into that volume imbalance right there. We just rushed through these down close candles here. And the only way I can move my stop to break even is if we get below this low here. And once again, the draw on liquidity for me with my trade here is the previous hour low. See what's going over in NASDAQ. Nothing good, that's what I'll tell you. price into this order block here. And I'm just going to move my stop lower because I don't like how we just respected these down close candles here. So technically a break-even trade here, just like a half point buy stop. And then NASDAQ came down to this imbalance. That was another reason why I moved my stop loss down, because it respected this imbalance right here, and it could take out these relative highs here. So yeah, I think that would be like a $20 loss. So let's extend this out. Let's go back to NASDAQ. Alright, so I like how we kind of wicked off that SIBI right there. So I'm going to let my stop breathe a little bit and put it above these up close candles. I'm suffocating it. I like how people are unliking before the trade's even over with. Like, I'm not even out of the trade yet. Obviously, the stop loss can always get hit in every single trade, but it's not like I'm over here losing my account or whatever. It's like a $50 loss if I do get stopped out. And if you guys watched last week's live stream, you saw that we were making thousands of dollars on that week. So not that that's like, it's not like me bragging or anything. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not like playing guessing games over here. Actually, this isn't paper trading. Also, this is a real account. So sure, but I'm very uncertain about any direction here. More leaning towards the opposite, though. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to be uncertain. You're not always going to know every single price fluctuation. I like how we just use this as an inversion, though. No matter what, there's always going to be uncertainty in the market. Every single trade you take, there's always going to be uncertainty. You don't know 100% if the trade's going to execute or not. And that's why we have stop losses. That's why we have risk management. And that's why you make your wins bigger than your losses, right? So what time is it? It's 11:30. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and close the trade. Right at break even. I don't like the time of day. It's 11:30, so $0 loss right there. So basically, I didn't even take a trade just now. But I just don't like the time of day. It's 11:30. We might just have some time distortion here, which means we'll just consolidate, and then the PM session, the real move will ensue. So yeah, it's kind of no man's land right now. I would say don't execute any trades right now. And then I think these two little devils here are going to be taken out on NASDAQ. And then coming to this imbalance here. So yeah, that'll end the day here on about $100 profit. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's not really that good, but yeah, but it's always better if things are clear for yourself, even if wrong. So I'm glad I closed the trade at break even here, because you can see it's not respecting this inversion fair value gap anymore. But all in all, we did get to our targets. All of our higher time frame targets. I just didn't get a high probability entry anywhere. I was mainly monitoring ES, so there was no real entry I could have taken. But yeah, it's better just to stay out right now. We're pretty much in no man's land, as we like to call it. Alright, so yeah, in my opinion, let's see, almost at the imbalance there. In my opinion, I think it's just better just to stay out and maybe come back and look at the PM session. Once again, I think looks like we're just going to be in some type of time distortion here and just consolidate until the right time of day ensues, which would be 1:30 p.m. Measure out this 15-minute wick. See, we just wicked off a consequent encroachment of that. So yeah, I think you guys can see why 11 o'clock would be my least preferred trading hour. Even though we didn't lose any money, of course, but I'm gonna see it bump up into this 5-minute imbalance and then take the price most recent price leg. You can see that's in a premium, so that'd be our premium array. So yeah, nothing much to see here. Very beautiful signatures did play out though. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and peek at the PM session, and if I do get any executions, I'll share those with you guys, like I did yesterday when I caught that nice lunch macro trade. So yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.